everybody! So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my everyday summer makeup routine. And I just want to say, I do have a dress on, but it looks like I have nothing on. So let's ignore that because I do have clothes on. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this very highly requested video. Okay, so I'm going to begin by using my Benefit Professional Primer. And I don't know why I just put it on my face like that. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and rub that in using my hands. And then I'm just going to fan myself off a little bit to make sure that sets in. Next up, I'm going to be covering up my under eye circles and highlighting my face a bit. So for this, I'm using my Rimmel Match Perfection Concealer in the shade Fair Light number 230. And quickly, I just want to apologize for no background music. My regular computer that I use actually broke, so I'm having to use a editing software that I'm not very good at using, so please just ignore that. I will have it back to normal soon. Anyways, with that all aside, I'm going to go ahead and just blend in my concealer with my Sigma Foundation F60 brush. I'm now going to be covering up any imperfections I may have. As you can see, I have a couple spots, so to cover these up, I'm going to go ahead and use my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NC15. I honestly love this concealer. I have nothing bad to say about it. It is great for using under the eyes. It's great for using on any blemishes you have. And it doesn't crease, it's not too cakey, and it covers up so well. So I definitely recommend it. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend this in using the same brush I previously used, which is my Sigma Foundation F60 brush. So instead of using liquid foundation, I'm going to be using my Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Cover Airbrush Foundation in the shade Fair Honey. If you guys want to see a first impression on this, I will go ahead and leave that video I filmed down below. But I'm just going to go ahead and apply this using the Air Boogie brush, which is recommended to use with it. Anyways, I've just been really liking using this foundation during the summer just because it's not heavy like a liquid foundation, but it provides a nice amount of coverage without being too cakey. So in the summer, I definitely feel like less is more, so I've just really been liking using that. Then for bronzer, I'm going to be using my favorite bronzer of the moment, and that is the Body Shop Honey Bronzer in the shade 01. I'm just going to go ahead and use my Real Techniques powder brush and just apply this in a 3E motion and blend it down my neck and a little bit underneath my lip just for that pouty effect, because as you can see, I'm pretty pale, so I need the bronzer. And then for blush today, I'm using my favorite blush of the moment, and that is my Maybelline Master Highlight Highlighting Blush in the shade Nude, and I'm applying that using my Real Techniques blush brush. This just gives you the prettiest summer glow, and I think it is absolutely stunning, so I have been loving this blush lately. And then for a little bit of extra added highlight, I'm using my Physicians Formula Mineral Glow Pearls in the shade Translucent Pearl, and I'm going to apply that using my Real Techniques contour brush. I'm quickly just going to go ahead and apply a little bit of the Nivea Lip Butter and Caramel Cream Kiss just to prep those lips for later on. Then for my eyebrows today, I am using my Milani Easy Brow in the shade Taupe. This is definitely my favorite eyebrow product ever. It's super cheap. I love this more than like my Anastasia Brow Wiz, and it is just the most perfect product out there. So if you guys want to see a updated brow routine, just go ahead and let me know in the comments below or thumbs up this video, and I will be sure to do that for you guys. Now to tame my brows a bit and make sure they stay in place all day, I am using my Milani Clear Brow Gel. This is great once again just to set your brows and make sure they ain't going anywhere. Now moving on to the eyes, I'm going to go ahead and prime them using my Lorac, however you say it, primer, just to add a little bit of a nice base for my shadows. So the first shadow I'm going to be using is MAC's All That Glitters eyeshadow, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that using my Quo flat shader brush. I'm not going to be too precise with this just because I will be blending other colors into it later, and I just want to use this as a nice wash of color all over my lid. Next up, for my crease and just to blend out that color, I'm going to go ahead and take my Sigma E40 tapered blending brush with the color Naked 2 from my Naked Basics palette. And like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and blend this into my crease just to blend out that previous shadow and just add a little bit of dimension. Also, please excuse those brows. I'm just realizing now how crazy they look, but I am trying to grow them out, so let's ignore that. Then moving on for a little bit of a deeper color in my crease, I'm going to be taking my Haku Hodo blending brush, and I'm going to go ahead and use Faint from that same Naked Basics palette and just apply that lightly into my crease as well. I'm now going to be taking Stila's Kitten eyeshadow with that same Quo flat shader brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply this to the inner third of my eye as well as my inner corner, just to highlight it a bit and add a little bit of extra shimmer. Now to highlight my brow bone, I'm just going to be going ahead and going back into that Urban Decay Naked Basics palette and using the color Foxy just to add a little bit of highlight underneath my brow. And then for my bottom lash line, I'm taking my Sigma EO5 brush with All That Glitters and just going to apply a little bit of that. Now taking my Tarte Smolder Eyes eyeliner pencil in the color Onyx, I believe, I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit of this to my top lash line. And do not freak out when this goes a little crazy right about now. This is what you want. You do not want this to be precise at all. So if you mess up, who cares? Because you are going to be blending this out, and the messier that your eyeliner is, the better it will blend out and just create a overall nice smoky effect. As you guys know, I do like my winged eyeliner, but just for the summertime, I don't like something so heavy. I definitely like that for the fall and winter time a lot better. So for the summertime, I've just really been liking using this technique of blending it out, and I just think it looks a little bit more natural and not so heavy for the summertime. So anyways, that is what the final outcome of it looks like. As you guys can see, it isn't as crazy as you probably thought it was going to be. So now I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes using this random eyelash curler I recently bought, but it actually works pretty well. So I definitely have nothing bad to say about it. I believe I picked it up at TJ Maxx. Then for mascara today, I am using my CoverGirl Clump Crusher Waterproof Mascara. I've been loving this, as you guys know, and we're going to go ahead and skip mascara because I'm sure you guys know how to do mascara. Anyways, moving on to lips, I'm going to go ahead and use my Buxom Lip Crayon in the color Extortion, and I think this is honestly such a pretty color for the summertime, so I have just been loving to wear this every day. And then I am using Buxom's lip gloss in the color Trixie just to add a little bit of extra something. And that is my completed summer makeup.